Hello and welcome. It's a new season, new hopes, new teams, new aspirations. And as we look to kickstart the Fantasy Premier League season 2020-2021, we at Fantasy Sports Feed are here with our first video for the season. And the format we have chosen is that we will take a look at all the teams participating in this year's league and look at the top three FPL options from that particular team. So without further ado, let's get rolling. So the first team we are going to discuss is Arsenal, and the format that we will follow is we'll look at the first five fixtures. So as you can see, for Arsenal, it's a little of a mixed bag with Fulham and West Ham comparatively easier fixtures to start with, and then the more difficult ones with Liverpool and MCI. And the total fixture difficulty rating for the five matches is 17, so that's a bit on the high side. Looking at the options, the first one is the most obvious one. Aubameyang, he has been reclassified from a forward to a midfielder and is priced at 12 million. Now, he can be among a lot of goals as he has proven in the last two seasons, and as he is a midfielder this time, each goal would earn you one extra point. Moving on, the next choice is Tierney in defense. Now he's priced at 5.5 million and he's a promisable youngster. He would have those runs from the flanks and could well. Arsenal's defense looked tight during the end of last season and he could be in for points in both ends of the pitch. The final pick is the new man in Arsenal, that is Willian. He has moved from Chelsea. He's a midfielder and is priced at 8 million. As we know, he has good assisting ability and also is usually on penalties for Chelsea. Now, we have to look that whether he gets the same for Arsenal also, but he would be a good source of points from Arsenal. Moving on, we next look at Aston Villa. For Aston Villa, the first game week is a blank, so that's something that we need to look into. So they would not be playing the first game week. And for the next four, again, there are two difficult fixtures at 4 and 5, which is Liverpool and Leicester. So a total of 13, although they are playing one match lesser. Jack Grealish, an obvious choice if he stays at Villa though, because he has been linked with a lot of transfer activity and he's a midfielder and as always he's an important cogwheel for the Aston Villa team. So if anything happens to Aston Villa, it sure goes through Grealish. The next pick is Tom Hitton. He's a goalkeeper and he seems to be back with his into practice. He's priced at a meager 4.5 and could be a dependable source of points from the goalkeeping section. The final pick is Tyrone Mings. He's the defender and is priced at 5 million, the most regular starter and usually can give you big hauls as well. The next team we look into is Brighton. Brighton again has a mixed bag fixture with three fixtures having a FDR of 3. The last one is Crystal Palace at 2 and they also face United. The first choice is Lewis Dunk. He is the captain and a popular pick. Useful in set pieces, comes at 5 million in the defense, could earn a lot of points for Brighton. Lamptey is another promising youngster. He was full of promise last season during the post-lockdown phase. He comes at 4.5 and could be a big good enabler. Also Ryan, the goalkeeper of Brighton, he is also a very popular choice this season between the FPL managers. He comes at 4.5 million. Again, a fantastic enabling option. We next look at Burnley, the solid defensive team, giving a lot of defensive points last year. But now they also blanked on the first game week and a total FDR of 12 in the first 5, but they're playing one match less. Nick Pope, last season's wonder boy, this time priced much, much higher. A very, very popular choice still in the goalkeeping segment, but we need to look at the value for money option, but still if Pope's form is anything to go by, he could be a reliable source of points. Tarkowski again from Burnley's defense, a sure shot starter, could give you good points from set pieces as well and could be a value pick. The final one is Chris Wood. Now, Burnley is not a very attack minded side, but the thing is, Chris Wood comes at a cut price 6.5 million, and all Burnley's goals have usually have involvements from Chris Wood. So he could be a good. We next look at Chelsea. Chelsea are on a signing spree this season. Good fixtures to start with a total FDR of 13. They only faced Liverpool in the second game week. Now, the first choice is Timo Werner, a new man. Now, usually players take some time to catch up with the Premier League action, but players like Werner, who are world class, could be in for a ride right from the word go, like we have seen for Bruno Fernandes of late. The other one is a proven customer, Mr. America, Christian Pulisic, midfielder, priced at 8.5 million. Again, beautiful form at the end of the season. The only concern is that he might be injured to start with in the season. So watch out, look out for the injury news. But if he is fit and raring to go, nothing like it. Pulisic could be a sure shot point earner for your team. The last one is again another new man, Ziyech, coming at midfield for 8 million. He's also a very good player. We'll have to look where Lampard plays him, but once he gets used to the Chelsea team, the formation, and the way of Lampard wants them to play, I think he would be a great source of FPL points. The next one is Crystal Palace. We look at this team and a total FDR rating of 15, but two very difficult fixtures in United and Chelsea. The first option we look at is Wilfried Zaha, a midfielder, but watch out, he has been linked with a lot of transfer activity, could be in out of the transfer, so watch out for Zaha. The goalkeeper Guetta is again a very reliable source of points. Comes at 5 million. So if you're looking to pick somebody from Crystal Palace or a goalkeeper that you're looking at, you can probably look at him. And the final one, a cheap enabler at the forward line, Jordan Ayew, a lot of goal involvement post lockdown last season, comes at 6 million, could be helpful to pick your other big budget strikers or forwards or midfielders that you want to choose. We next look at Everton. Their fixture difficulty rating for 5 weeks is 14. Phase 2 difficult matches in Tottenham and Liverpool. But Richarlison is the top pick. He has been classified as a forward, showing promise under Ancelotti and could be in for huge points. The next pick is Dini, and he is down the wing backs, has potential for both in the offensive and defensive part of the play for Everton. And the final one is Sigurdsson. So he has been under the radar, not performed very well of late, but then a new coach, a new season, and a player of class. So he could turn his fortunes around. So look out for Sigurdsson. We next look at Fulham, a mixed bag kind of fixtures with Sheffield United and Arsenal, the more difficult ones, total of 14, a newly promoted side. Mitrovic, probably the best of the picks. He has Premier League experience. Watch out for the temper though, but a forward at 6 million could be an enabler. Joe Bryan again, very important asset for Fulham in terms of defense. He's priced at 5. Sure shot starter, could be a value pick. And finally, the goalkeeper Rodak, so 4.5 million is priced at, could be part of your cheap goalkeeper rotation couple. Moving on, Leicester City, mixed bag fixtures, City in between at game week 3, but other than that, a pretty decent run. Jamie Vardy, last year's Golden Boot winner, priced at 10 million. If he gets some song, there's no stopping. Watch out. Madison is another person to look into because if Leicester is in form, the maker would mostly be Madison, so he would be in for a lot of assists and the occasional goals from set pieces. And the final one, Justin. So with links of Chilwell living for Chelsea, probably Justin would be an important cogwheel in Leicester for the Foxes defense. And priced at 4.5, he could be a very good enabler and a cheap route to Leicester City defense. Next, look at Leeds United, another promoted team, but a horrible run of fixtures to start with. Total of 18 in FDR. Now they have two wing backs, which Dallas and Alling, probably the two value picks from Leeds United team. Both of them are wing backs, so could be in for a run. Watch out for these two. And the final one is the goalkeeper. He's again 4.5, so could be an enabler for the team that you're picking for FPL. The next team we look into is Liverpool, last year's champions. They start with Leeds in the first game, a total FDR of 14. Obvious choices from their team: Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, and Trent Alexander Arnold. All very pricey options, but worth every bit. Pick how many ever you can in terms of the Liverpool assets, at least to start with. We're next looking to City, the title challengers for last year, and are probably also would be in for a good run. Now, one important thing is they don't play the game week one, so there's 1 week less in the FDR of total 11. De Bruyne has been in the thick of things last season. Again, obvious choices from this team also: Sterling, and look out for Aguero. He has been priced very delightfully at 10.5 million. Now, if he is fit and raring, you can be assured of a 200 plus point season. So look out for Aguero. If he is on, he gets it going, he could be a very well differential pick. We next look at United, again blanking first game week, a total FDR of 10, so delightful fixtures for the next four. Pretty obvious choices in terms of the front men in United: Bruno Fernandes, Martial, and Rashford. There has been reclassification for them. Martial is classified as a forward now, Rashford is a midfielder. Take those into calculation while you pick your choices. Fernandez always, United seems to be getting a penalty, so look out based on your team combination. All of them are good. Pick the best one. We next look at Newcastle United. Two difficult fixtures in the first five in Tottenham and Manchester United, total of 15. The first pick is Maximin, priced at 5.5, is a form player based on what we have seen post lockdown. Could be an interesting pick. Dubravka is another good goalkeeper options available in the Premier League. He's priced at 5 million only. And another cheap enabler at Jalasilis. So plays in the defense, priced only at 4.5. Could be a helpful choice in terms of value for money. Next up is Sheffield United, last season's defensive wonders. They have good fixtures to start with, total of 13. Only Arsenal in terms of the red fixture. Now Ramsdale has joined them, so he could be a important addition because they would not have the services of Henderson this time. So we'd have to see how that impacts the Sheffield defense. But Ramsdale is as good as it gets, so look out. Egan is the we've picked again because that's the cheapest way into the Sheffield defense. So if you want to invest there, Egan is probably a sure shot starter and comes at 5 million. And last season's favorite player probably in FPL, Lundstrom, priced at 5.5, but more importantly, reclassified as midfielder. But the important thing is, do not get carried away because he has been reclassified as a midfielder. He has been involved in a lot of goals for Sheffield United. Uh, so look out. The only thing is that the minutes would be a worry, but if he makes his way into the starting 11, could be an important pick. We next look at Southampton, 14 in total of FDR for the first five matches. They face Chelsea at game week 5. The first choice is an obvious one: Danny Ings, in contention for last year's Golden Boot, priced delightfully at 8.5 million, could be the source for a lot of FPL points. The next one is Kyle Walker-Peters, in defensive cheap enabler at 4.5 million. He has moved on from Tottenham. Could be a big season coming around for him, so look out. And the final one is Armstrong. So he had a very good post lockdown period last season, very interestingly priced at 5.5 million with goals to chip in. So if you're looking for that fourth or fifth midfielder in your team, he could be an interesting candidate. We next look at Tottenham, a very delightful run of fixtures, the lowest among the teams that plays 5 matches, a total of 12. So watch out for this Spurs assets. Harry Kane, Son are the two obvious choices up front. Both are very well priced at 10.5 and 9 million. Could be a huge source of points. And one punt pick could be Deli Ali. So he showed a lot of promise when Mourinho took over initially. If he gets the starts under Mourinho, he could be in for a lot of points. So we next look at West Bromwich Albion, another promoted team, a good run of fixtures to begin with. Total of 14. Now, the first pick is Pereira. Now, this is a very interesting choice of Premier League fans because a lot has been spoken about this Brazilian wonder kid. Now, he's priced very reasonably at 6 million. We'll have to see what magic he creates once he gets onto the field. So, look out for Pereira. The other two cheap enabling options are Johnstone and Furlong, one in goalkeeping and the other in defense. Furlong probably starts the most in terms of Bromwich defensive assets. We next look at West Ham United, a horrible run of fixtures to begin with, full of reds as you can see. Now, the first pick is Mikel Antonio for obvious reasons because he had a dream post lockdown period. He's priced only at 6.5 million, reclassified as a forward though, but still a lot of value over there. The second one is Suchek, so he also had a very good, productive post lockdown period, scoring from a few set piece goals. So he's priced at 5 billion, could be your fourth or fifth defensive midfield option. And the final one is the goalkeeper Fabianski. So he's priced at 5 million, a reliable source of points, could be looked into.